the college community will pay tribute to the men and women who serve our country at the 11th Annual Veterans Day program. We talk with James Fisher from the Veterans Office about these celebrations. We sit down with the college president, Dr. Ann Rondeau, to discuss COD's unique opportunities for veterans. We pay tribute to a member of our own Courier crew and his service to our country. And we have a special gift for a local charity. All that and much more coming up right now. Hello and welcome to this episode of Inside COD. I'm your host, Nick Petrillo.
And I'm Anna Pierczynski. In recognition of Veterans Day, the college will host its 11th annual Veterans Day program on Thursday, November 9th. Joining us now is James Fisher, Veteran Special Assistant at the college. So, can you tell us about the events planned for Veterans Day?
Yes, on the 9th of November, Thursday, we'll have memorabilia out in the atrium, the 2206, which has the Armed Forces decorations, ribbons, and uniforms. And then at 11 a.m. we'll have the posting of the colors, which will be done by the DuPage Honor Guard. We'll also have the national anthem and a keynote speaker, Dr. Brian Caputo, who is the Vice President and Treasurer. Dr. Caputo is a graduate of the United States Military Academy and retired out of the United States Army Reserve as a Lieutenant Colonel in 2004. Then from 12 to 1, we'll have our annual read-in in room 2201, the Student Service Center. That's where an administrator or staff, student, or faculty can come in and share their favorite text, whether it's a poem, a short story, a letter, or just an essay, 5 to 10 minutes length.
All right, so what makes this celebration so special?
Veterans Day grew. Veterans Day used to be called Armistice Day in recognition of the soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines from World War I. Armistice Day then grew to Veterans Day to recognize all veterans, and that's the purpose of it. It's not as such as like Memorial Day for the veterans who perished in line of duty. This is recognizing all veterans.
So why do you think people should come out to this event?
It's good to come out to share our support to them. They worked hard on whatever task they were, whether it was enlisted, warrant, or commission officer. Everyone had a duty in the service. We need to say thank you for what they've done. They filled an integral part of their service obligation.
Well, thank you for all you do for the college, James, and thanks for coming on here today to talk to us.
Thank you for having me here today.
For more information about veteran services, please visit their website or call 630-942-3814. And coming up next, I talked to College President Dr. Ann Rondeau about COD's unique opportunities for veterans.
And later, we have a surprise for a local charity. But first, here's a look at your COD calendar of events.
Showcasing Dance Works by COD dance faculty and students. The Fall Dance Fusion takes place November 3rd in the Belushi Performance Hall at 7:30 p.m. Tickets for the show are $5 a student and $10 general admission. The College Theater presents Captain Blood, directed by Connie Kennedy Howard. This pirate's tale of love, regret, and redemption will run from November 9th to 19th. Thursdays through Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 3 p.m. in the Playhouse Theater. Tickets are $14 for students and $16 for adults. Visit www.atthemac.org for more information. And on Saturday, December 2nd, the Chaparrals football team is hosting the second annual Red Grange Bowl. Gates open at 10:30 a.m. with kickoff at 1 p.m. Tickets are $10, and all proceeds from ticket sales will be donated to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana.
During the past 50 years, the College of DuPage has served more than 25,000 veterans, thanks in part to its Veterans Service Program. Joining us today is the president of the college and retired U.S. Navy officer, 3-star Admiral Dr. Ann Rondeau, to tell us more about what this program has to offer. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Rondeau.
Of course, Nick. Always a pleasure.
Now, would you mind telling us a little bit about your service and what's that has kind of brought to you as the administrator of the college?
Well, Nick, as you know, the military focuses on leadership, and I've had an extraordinary opportunity to be a leader for at least 38 years in our military and learning about leadership skills and techniques and applications. So those times when I've been able to do that has brought me now to being able to lead here in this environment of many people from diverse backgrounds, very similar to the kinds of people that I had the opportunity to know and to lead in the Navy.
The College of DuPage has one of the largest enrollments of student veterans and returning veterans in all of Illinois. Do you want to talk a little bit about how that feels? Well,
what a surprise that was when I found that out when I got here. 25,000 1,000 veterans in 50 years. Today, we have about 1,500 on this campus as students, as leaders, and as part of the life of this college. And they are adding in their own way some remarkable conversations and context to the various topics which they are studying.
And what are some of the programs you have here that help them get reintegrated back into college and back into the swing of things?
Well, we have very many veterans programs, both for GI Bill and education bill, as well as other kinds of family support programs. We also, of course, have our great veterans program run by Jose Alvarez, who not only has the Veterans Student Lounge, but also veterans assistance with anything that they need. And that also is a great way for the veterans to come together, be with each other, have the kinds of conversations that they have, and then to be even better students. So not only do we have the social context, the family support, the student support, but also just the ability to connect with each other. And that's good for anybody who's trying to come in from a different environment to a new environment of helping each other make those kinds of transitions.
Well, thank you, Dr. Rondeau, for all you've done here and giving us a little perspective and some personal history about your service.
Well, Nick, I also want to thank you for all that you've done and what your team does every day to communicate all these different and interesting programs to all of our students. Thank you.
Thank you again. And for more information about the Veteran Service Project, please visit the college's website. And coming up next, we honor our very own veteran here at Courier. And later, we have a great presentation for a local charity. But first, here's a look at your community calendar.
Cantigny will be hosting its 14th annual 5K Run Walk on Saturday, November 4th. The event will kick off at 9 a.m. as racers run throughout Cantigny's grounds. The price of entry is $20 and all proceeds go to the Midwest Shelter for Homeless Veterans. For more information, visit their website at cantigny.org. Thanksgiving Day is a day for celebrating family. So why not take advantage of the Morbid Arboretum's free day starting at 7 a.m. on November the 23rd. It's a great way to enjoy nature and burn off those extra calories from the meal. Since 1975, downtown Glen Ellen has hosted its annual holiday walk to welcome in the Christmas season. On Friday, November 24th, bring your kids to watch Santa light up a Christmas tree, and then meet him at the fire department to share your Christmas list with him. The event runs from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and is free to attend.
Every November, we like to honor the men and women who serve our country. But this year, there's one veteran in particular that deserves some recognition. We'd like to pay tribute to our very own Kyle Dearborn. Not only did he serve 12 years in the Army, but he's also been with Courier since our very beginning. We wouldn't be the show we are today without him.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go.
4 suspects in the Wheaton College.
So I served over a decade, almost 12 years. I was a sergeant in the United States Army. I was stationed in Alaska for 3 years, in Arizona for 3 years, in Iraq for 1 year, and I also served with the National Guard. I enlisted in September of 2001, just about 2 weeks after 9/11 happened. I felt it was my duty to enlist and serve our country. And with the situation around the world, dealing with terrorists, with all the conflicts going on, that I just, like I said, I felt it was my duty. My father and my grandfather have both served. It's really been on my father's side of the family. My father was a Vietnam veteran. My grandfather was a veteran of World War II, served with George S. Patton in his army. So it's kind of been following. Every generation has had one person who's been in the military. Well, I was with the Signal Corps. We dealt with a lot of computers, radios, and set up a lot of communications. So it seemed a natural fit to get into the production side of TV because I did do a lot of filming while I was in the service. We filmed ceremonies and promotions. So I was kind of getting my feet wet in the military and getting ready for coming over here to Courier TV.
You know, enthusiasm, I think, was the first thing that would come to mind. He, I think, always wanted to be involved in some kind of video production, and I think when he came here, he kind of found what he was looking for, not just with editing, but being able to shoot everything you can think of, from sporting events to serious events of something that may have happened on campus. And I think his enthusiasm really helped him learn the craft very well. And as you know now, he's still part of Courier TV, but he also works for COD as a tutor for incoming students. And he's kind of giving back to those students by showing them what he had learned in probably the last 2 or 3 years.
Originally, what I wanted to do the most is to go out and just be the camera guy, roaming around the city, getting stories, or going out to whatever event or whatever catastrophe happens, or bad weather, and just be the camera guy. But I kind of got pulled into the whole production side. So that's what I'm trying to look for when I'm finally through with COD and with Courier TV.
Yeah, Kyle has been just a massive help to us at Courier TV. He's by far, I think, the best cameraman we have. He goes out and films so much of what we do. And he also has learned how to edit and to even write, and now he's starting to get comfortable, kind of appearing on camera.
The one thing I love about Courier TV is that we've all become like this integrated family. I mean, the camaraderie with people who write the scripts, the anchors, the crew, personnel. We really do. We become a family, and I love that. It's something, I experienced when I was in the military. Everybody in unit, they're not Joe from Wisconsin and Barry from California. We're all part of one unit, and we're a family. We look out for each other. And I think we do the same thing here at Courier TV. I mean, Courier TV is an award-winning program here at COD. You can't go wrong with that. It's going to be around for a while. And whenever I do leave, I am going to miss that feeling that, we're a tight-knit group. That's it. That's a wrap.
Now, normally at this point in the show, we like to have a giveaway. But since this is the season of giving, we wanted to do something a little more special. We've decided to run a food and toiletry drive to lend a helping hand to the Operation Support Our Troops. Amongst other things, this organization puts together care packages to send to our service men and women currently deployed. The drive will run from now until November 15th, and we will have donation boxes in the Motion Picture Television Department, the Courier newspaper, and in the Arts, Communication, and Hospitality Division office. We're looking for basic toiletries and individually wrapped, non-perishable treats. For a complete list of the items the OSOT are looking for, please visit their website at osotamerica.org. Thanks again for joining us on this month's edition of Inside COD. We'll see you back here in December.